Whether you like it or don't like it, sit down and look at it because it's the best going today. Woo!
G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BoxWithG5 Jeff TV. That's BOXWIT G5 Jeff TV. And hit the bell icon so you can be notified when I drop that heat. Erislandy Lara just lost. Unification fight against Jarrett Swift Hurd. G5 Jeff TV called it. I thought Jarrett Hurd would knock him out around the 10th, 11th round, but he knocked him down in the 12th and got the decision, 114, 113. And that takes me to 13 wins and 1 loss. So again, all of y'all in the comment section that be going against me on these predictions, y'all need to jump on board, man. Y'all need to jump on board. Come over to the winning side. It's okay. It's okay. Come on over to the winning side. But enough of all that. Erislandy Lara lost a very, very close decision. Some people thought he won the fight. You ask 10 different people, you probably get 10 different scorecards and 10 different vantage points of the fight. Now, with Jarrett Swift Hurd being a unified champion, that just leaves him and Jermell Charlo. But the question is, should Erislandy Lara ask for a rematch, or should he move on with his career? And let me explain the reason why I'm asking that question. Anybody that knows Erislandy Lara, he's a guy that's a technician, tactician, very sound defensively, very light on his feet, moves around the ring for all 12 rounds, and offense is simple but is lethal. Jab, straight left hand. The left hand is a sniper. It's a sniper left hand, and that's what's gotten him through his entire career. He's added a sneaky little uppercut to the resume, and he threw a lot of punch variety in the fight against Jarrett Hurd, which surprised me because I always said he was just a jab, straight left hand guy. And he went in there. He was throwing double body shots. He was following up on combinations. Like he threw like 3-4 punch combinations. Like it was. I'm like, who the hell is this in the ring? Like, Erislandy Lara was in there showing the whole toolbox, and I was extremely impressed with Erislandy Lara. And it's crazy because he's gonna get more props and more respect off of this loss than he's gotten in any victory he's ever had. And sometimes in sports, that's just how it goes. Sometimes it's not all about being the guy that's undefeated, that Floyd Mayweather mystique. That's something that he kind of poisoned the game with that, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with striving for perfection and ending up being perfection as far as a record. But in this day and age with boxing, you get 1 loss and people just say, oh, your career is done. You got like 30 wins and lose for the first time in your 31st fight, and they'll say, oh, you're done. It's a wrap. Like, and part of that is because of how Floyd Mayweather marketed himself and kind of poisoning the brains of the boxing public a little bit with that. But there's plenty of fighters with losses, and they're great, Hall of Fame greats. So Erislandy Lara, he took this loss, and should he ask for a rematch from a long-term health standpoint? Long-term health standpoint. If you watch that fight with Jarrett Swift Hurd only had one way to win that fight, and that's exactly how he won the fight. Take the fire from Erislandy Lara, take his shots, get on the inside, use his weight, throw every single shot humanly possible, hit the arms, hit the elbows, hit the back, hit the liver, hit the kidneys, hit the ribs, headshots. And the most important thing that Jarrett Swift Hurd did was not accept the clinch from Erislandy Lara. Erislandy Lara went to go wrap up, and I mean, Jarrett Swift Hurd was like a bear in there. Like, he refused to be tied up. So Erislandy Lara had to work all 3 minutes of each round, and you could tell round by round by round, like, he was just getting more and more tired, just fatigued from the pressure and the shots. And I don't think Jarrett Hurd is the greatest puncher in the world, and he's so big and tall, you don't know if he's throwing arm shots or not, but he's just throwing shots everywhere, and he's awkward, but the awkwardness works for him. It works for him. Erislandy Lara against probably anybody else would have won that fight, because I mean, he was hitting Jarrett Swift Hurd with some mean left hands. He was hitting Jarrett Swift Hurd damn near whenever he felt like it. But it was that war of attrition that you had to go through with Jarrett Swift Hurd, and he just couldn't last those last couple seconds and got knocked down, and that was the difference in him winning and losing. Now, in any other situation, I would be like, oh, well, that's a close fight. Yeah, they should run it back. But with Erislandy Lara being the older guy and going through that type of vigor, when it comes down to that fight, do you really see a different result? Do you think he could last the entire 12 rounds in a rematch? Is there anything else that he could do offensively to get Jarrett Swift Hurd's attention? He hit Jarrett Swift Hurd with an uppercut that was crazy. Textbook. And Jarrett Swift Hurd just kind of just shook it off and just walked right back in the front door. And it just looks like, even though it was a close fight, tight fight, if it's a rematch, it just looks like Jarrett Swift Hurd would do the same thing. He would just get him out of there the next time around. So Erislandy Lara got some decisions to make as far as what he's going to do with his career, because I don't think it's good for his long-term career to go back in the ring with Jarrett Swift Hurd. There's no reason for Jermell Charlo to fight him because he doesn't have a belt now. And 154 got some players in it. You got Julian J. Rock Williams. Erislandy Lara, Nathaniel Gallimore. That's a good fight. So there's some options for him at 154, but just upper echelon, I don't see him doing well against Jarrett Swift Hurd or Jermell Charlo. And then if he goes up to 160, if he had a problem with Jarrett Swift Hurd's size, those guys are hella big at 160. Those some big boys at 160. Some of them are not as big as Jarrett Hurd, but those are some big boys at 160. So he would be taking a major risk going up to 160, and he would have to really watch who he fights. You really got to craft who he fights at 160. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.